Most men think and do things like this. Men think in lines. Men are usually linear thinkers. We track steps. We build cause and effect stories in our heads. If I do this, then that will happen. Men value progress, structure, legacy. Men chase systems, success, and measurable results. Men will endure discomfort if they believe it builds something for tomorrow. This is why most men remember arguments, promises, and unfinished tasks. It's not because we're perfect, it's because our brains hold blueprints. We think in straight paths. How do I get there? What is the result? What did we say yesterday? Most men cheat because they want novelty or ego boosts. When men cheat, it's usually not emotional. It's about novelty, validation, or proving they still have it. Men cheat when they feel ignored, when they feel powerless, when their ego is starving, when they believe they won't get caught. A man will cheat to feel wanted again, not necessarily because he fell out of love, but because he's looking for a shortcut to self-worth. Some men cheat because they lack discipline. Some men cheat because they were never taught how to hold themselves in temptation. But here's the thing. A disciplined man can feel desire and still say no. A man with purpose can feel pulled and still hold the line. Why men lie? Men lie to avoid conflict. Men lie to protect their pride. Men lie because they're afraid of losing control. Sometimes men lie because they think the truth will cost them more than the lie. But most men don't lie casually. They lie when they feel cornered. Most women think and do things like this. Women think in circles. Women are usually emotional and cyclical thinkers. They feel in the now. What matters most is what's happening today, what's being felt right now. They can forget yesterday's conversations, not always because they're careless, but because their emotions in the moment override old logic. Women's memory is often tied to emotional weight. If the emotion is weak, the memory fades. Women value connection, security, feeling seen, and being emotionally safe. They track tone, they track presence, they track how you make them feel, more than what you said last week. Most women cheat for emotional reasons. When women cheat, it's usually not about random excitement. It's often because they feel emotionally neglected, they feel unseen, they feel disconnected. They crave attention, presence, or validation they aren't receiving at home. Women rarely cheat just for physical reasons. Women cheat to fill emotional voids. Sometimes they cheat with someone who makes them feel heard, someone who makes them feel special. A woman can cheat mentally and emotionally long before she physically does. Why women lie? Women lie to protect their comfort. Women lie to avoid emotional accountability. Women lie when the truth forces them to break their current emotional safety net. Sometimes women lie in the moment, not because they planned it, but because what they feel now is more real than what they said yesterday. Some women lie because they haven't fully faced themselves. Some lie because they are used to avoiding hard conversations. The big difference. Men tend to lie to avoid losing. Women tend to lie to avoid feeling pain. Men tend to cheat for ego and variety. Women tend to cheat for connection and emotional relief. Men think, how do I build? Women think, how do I feel right now? But here's the deeper truth. Not all men think like this. Not all women act like this. It's not biological destiny, it's emotional conditioning. The real divide isn't always male versus female. It's surface-level thinkers versus deep-level thinkers. Some men are stuck in cycles. Some women are deeply structured. Some women live in circles. Some men live emotionally on impulse. What really separates people is this: maturity versus immaturity, self-awareness versus avoidance, discipline versus drift. So what should you do with this? You can't change their patterns, but you can stop participating in them. If you're with someone who forgets goals every day, blames others for their failures, repeats bad patterns without change, lies to escape responsibility, resets their emotional memory every day. Then you have to stop fixing them, stop negotiating with excuses, stop thinking the right speech will wake them up. Your job is to set boundaries, speak your truth, walk with integrity, lead by example. And if they grow with you, that's beautiful. If they don't, you will have to choose your growth over their comfort. Because you can't carry someone who's refusing to walk. Are most men and women like this? Some are. But the world is shifting. More people are waking up. More people are learning to self-reflect. But there will always be surface-level people. There will always be those who lie, blame, repeat, and drift. The question isn't what most people are like. The question is, what kind of people do you choose to walk with? Do you attract surface-level partners because you're still tolerating surface-level living? Or are you becoming the kind of person who naturally attracts depth? Final thought. Men and women think differently, but what matters is not how they think, but how they grow. If you meet someone who refuses to grow, you can love them, but you cannot stay trapped with them. Love isn't enough if it's one-sided. You need truth, you need honesty, you need shared vision, you need emotional discipline. If this message hit you, don't just keep scrolling. Drop a comment below. Tell me what you've lived, what you've seen, or what you're breaking free from. Your story might be the mirror someone else needs. Like this video if you've ever felt trapped in these patterns. Subscribe if you're ready to stop living on the surface and start walking in truth. Share this with someone who's stuck, because sometimes we need someone else to hold up the mirror. The next conversation could change everything, but only if you choose to step in. Let's wake up together.